If it hurts, you ain't afraid to go get you, know it up, put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, do the games after this win it is. Remember, see again, we're here for the first May. Carry body, keep it every 6 minutes.
Rocky Top will always be.
Doesn't have to be perfect, ain't gonna be perfect. We go compete for 60 freaking minutes. All right, enjoy the opportunity, enjoy the environment, and then go play our butts off, play for one another, and have a hell of a lot of fun. Everybody got me?
Yes,
all right.
Historically, Tennessee's known for defense. Honestly, you know, you look at the Al Wilsons, you look at the Reggie Whites, you look at the Eric Berrys of the Tennessee. So, you know, you got, you know, I would say like a monument of a bunch of defensive players who are set in stone the standard for defense here at Tennessee, and we just here to excel and carry that standard.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo, right here.
It's day one, like I said, like I just told D-Rock. Hey, it's intensity from day one, from start to finish. Whistle, the whistle blows, the whistle in. All day, every day. I need everything you got. Everything out of you. All 15 days. Every practice. It starts right now. It's your time. It's your choice to be great. Let's pick that.
Yes, sir, man. Let's go, man.
Let's go. Tennessee on 2-1-2.
Tennessee!
Make the decision. You're either a Vol or you're not, through thick and thin.
But you know what? Let's talk a little Vols. That is not me trying to take any shine away from the phenomenal channel Talking Vols, and my guy Boogie Bentley runs. So shout out to them. But let's talk a little Vols here.
Good Monday morning. Happy Labor Day, I guess. What's the point? Can anybody tell me what is the point of Labor Day? I've never really understood the point of it. You know, back when I worked a 9 to 5, I actually got to enjoy the day off, but not now. Regular season mode is here. If you can't get fired up for ETSU, are you guys fired up for ETSU week? Are you guys ready to take it to ETSU, man? Come on in, grab your coffee. If you were a part of the fans call-in show, the members-only stream last night, you probably need your coffee. Boogie needed his coffee this morning. Grab your coffee. Let's have ourselves a day. Let's see who's in the chat. Vols for Life. He was here last night. I know that guy needs some coffee this morning. He said smashed that thumbs up and shared out the link. I appreciate it, guys. That's one easy, quick, free, and easy way you can help this channel. You can share it out. Smash the thumbs up, share it out. Let them know that we're live. C.A. Lawson. I hate this new YouTube name stuff. I hate the new YouTube name. I can't tell who's who. But C.A. Lawson says, let's go. I'm actually make it to a live for once. Orbity says, we look good. Syracuse isn't a slouch. They'll show that this year. You know, it reminds me of last year, the win over NC State. Is this win bigger? Is it more important, or is it less important as we get through this season and we find out who Syracuse is, right? We'll see if this win was a good win or not. Let's see. Let me catch up with you guys. V2 Airsoft Gaming for 2 says it's always a good Monday coming off of a win. I agree with that. Brian Turner for 2 says Dorothy GBO. Shout out, Brian. We appreciate you. We've also got Garrett Hamilton becomes a member of the channel. Guys, if you're not a member, hit the join button. It's $1. You can come hang out on Sunday nights. It gets weird. It gets crazy. It gets wild, but it's a lot of fun. It's a community builder. You guys get to come on. You guys get to drive the show. Always a good time. Todd for 2 says coffee time. Good morning, Vol fam. GBO. Shout out, Todd. We appreciate you. Vols for life for 2. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much last night. We have a good time on Sunday nights, man. It is what it is. Scott Bennett for 5 says, Dorothy, got to love the Monday show. Day off from working for the man. I get to hang out with the Vol fam. Go Big Orange. Well, I hope the whole family is here because Cainer is here. Let's get him on here. Let's talk a little Vols.
You are Locked On Vols, your daily podcast on the Tennessee Volunteers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Cainer, do you know what is the point of Labor Day? Like, what is the true meaning of Labor Day? It means nothing to me.
It means take the day off and enjoy the time with your friends and family. I mean, you celebrate a year's worth of labor.
Oh, am I your friends and family? Is that what we're doing here today? You and I celebrate it together.
I mean, this is forced, right? This is an obligation. No, I'm just kidding. Just
yeah,
kidding. Hey, by the way,
9 o'clock. No, man, it's Labor Day. I can't come on Labor Day.
By the way, what do you guys do on Sunday nights? I keep seeing comments over here. You've referenced it a few times. Seems like a club that's super secret that you guys have fun.
Let's just leave it at that. It is a club. And let me say this. It's bad. It's bad. Let me say this. When Hubs came on Friday morning after the show, a lot of people were going off saying, great show, best show you've ever done, man, really good stuff. And then they said, the only way you can top this is if you get Cainer to come on for a Sunday night members-only stream. Just say no. Just say no and move on. You can't. You're live on Sunday night. So thank God you cannot come on for a Sunday night. It's a lot of fun. It's laid back. It's loosey-goosey. It's behind a paywall. Nobody can see it. I mean, they can clip it. So sometimes it gets a little crazy. It gets a little crazy on Sunday nights. But we have a good time. Anything pretty much goes on a Sunday night. This guy right here started it all. Foul Ming for 5. This is Cainer's formal invitation to the Sunday Night Talkin Fowl podcast presented by Mingstream Media. Put it this way. It starts off, Foul Ming's not allowed on the show. Me and Coach Jay start the show. It's a fan call-in show. The chat raises $100 every Sunday night in order to bring Foul Ming on the show. That usually happens within 2 minutes because they know what happens when Foul Ming comes on the show. And there's no rules for Foul Ming on Sunday. Every other show, we have rules around here. You got to follow the rules. You can't come on here and act like a psychopath. Sunday nights, they free Foul Ming.
Like back when I was in radio, there were certain rules that were like, if you said this, if you did this, they would, kick you off the air and take your license and all that. So I'm intrigued how off the rails Sunday night gets because it sounds like it's whole. What time do y'all start?
What time do we start? 7 o'clock. Put it this way, Cainer. We had a fine gentleman on last night. He comes on. I'm asking him, what are your thoughts? It's your first time ever on the fan call. And he goes, no, I've been here the last 3 weeks, Boogie. I said, oh, in the chat, first time on air, but you've been in the chat. He said, nope, been right here on the stream with you. And I said, oh, there might be a reason that I don't remember what happened.
That's
Sunday
funny.
night.
Well, hey, I will make it to one of those one time. We're on the air at 9, so, I'll have as long as I don't indulge too much, I should be okay, right?
Yeah, well, see, that's the kicker. There's a certain price for certain things. Everybody has to partake, and you got to BYOB. And you better not bring beer because we're drinking bourbon. That's what the B stands for. All right, let's talk a little football.
Gosh.
You guys have derailed 9 minutes, and now Cainer feels like he's got to ask Brent Hubbs for the day off on a Sunday night. Let's talk about this game. Syracuse, Tennessee gets to win 45-26. What are your overall takeaways? My theme last night, even though we have a good time, we still talk Tennessee football. My theme last night was better or worse than you thought this football team was going to look.
Offensively better, and I'm not going to say I think the offense is going to look like that every game. I'm not going to say the offense is going to be scoring 45 points per game, but I mean I was pleasantly surprised. I thought Tennessee would run the ball, and did Tennessee run the football 246 yards? But the explosives. I didn't think Joey Aguilar was perfect. I thought that he was missing high a lot. I thought his receiver still could have caught some of those. But overall, I mean, I was very impressed with him. I thought that was a great opening act. He was cool, calm, collective. I thought the offense, from an operational standpoint, flowed well. There wasn't many pre-snap penalties. I was pleasantly surprised. I think the offense outperformed my expectations in game one. Obviously, the defense did not perform, up to my expectations. And I wrote about this yesterday. My 4 downs. Like, call me crazy, Boogie. I think the defense is going to be okay. I'm not going to, here on a Monday morning, overreact and say the defense sucks and fire Tim Banks like what we saw obviously on Saturday afternoon, right? Because it's a Tennessee football game. They didn't finish the game the way they started. They didn't finish well, and that was bad. Also, they were, man, you and I could have been out there playing in the interior of the defensive line. They didn't have anybody. That linebacker was thin, cornerback was thin. That's no excuse, and I'm not trying to say it is an excuse, but they were on the field the entire time. They had tons of injuries, and I thought that they were getting shoved around there towards the end in terms of defending the run, especially in the interior, kind of getting pushed around a little bit. So that's not what you want to see. Still, having said all that, forced 2 turnovers, scored on defense, 5 sacks, 8 TFLs. I thought the cornerback play was phenomenal. I thought Jalen McMurray did a lot of things. There's so many things about defense that I liked, but overall the unit, I gave up 4 touchdowns, converting, allowing 3 4th-down conversions that turned into touchdowns. That's a story for me. I know I'm going on and on and on, Boogie. I'm sorry, but that's the story for me. Get off the field. If you make one of those 4th-down stops, 2 of those 4th-down stops, I mean, the game is the score is completely different. So it's as simple as that for me. Get off the field. And Austin pointed this out to me post-game, and if I was good at my job, maybe I would have known it going in. Syracuse, one of the most aggressive 4th-down teams in the country last year. Went for it on 4th down over 40 times and had a pretty good conversion rate. And so will most teams be that aggressive all year long? Probably not. But get off the field, that's a completely different game. So all in all, opener, Boogie, you and I talked about it several times last week. If you're paying attention to things that went exactly the way you thought it was going to go, Tennessee cruised to a cover. Tennessee was clearly the better team. And anybody saying that it was going to be close, anybody saying that Tennessee should be on upset alerts, doesn't necessarily know this team nor a lot of college football. So,
Balls for Life in the chat for 2 says, Cainer had JG on last night. Good interview. Man, I was watching that while I was getting ready for the show, and spoiler alert, our opinions are so similar. They are a lot of times, though. They are a lot of times you come on and I'm like, well, that's exactly how I felt. And what was so funny about it is I was saying a lot of the same things you said on the Rocky Top Rewind last night. We were live at the same time. So it's not like you're taking from me, I'm taking for you. It's the reality. And let's start with the defense, because somebody in the chat said, pump the brakes. It's game 1. That's what everybody does, is overreact, right? It's week 1. All of a sudden, our offense, Joey Aguilar is going to win a Heisman, and our defense, we suck, and Rodney Garner's defensive line is hot garbage. I think we need to calm down too, but you have to talk about it, because again, the title of this stream, concerned with a bunch of question marks. Are you concerned? The defense was Jekyll and Hyde, because you rattled off the numbers: 5 sacks, 8 TFLs, 2 turnovers, 1's a scoop and score. So your defense put 7 points on the board. I felt like late in the game, I'm like, man, they're just running it down our throats. Like we can't get any push. We can't get any pressure with just 4. We can't stop the run. But the reality is, they ran the ball for 103 yards, because those sacks matter too. 2.3 yards per carry. But the reality is, this defense, they struggled at times. And like you said, they couldn't get off the field. And I think the one thing for me, all 4 scoring drives, you mentioned how many times they went for it on 4th down. All 4 scoring drives, they gave up either a 3rd and long or they gave up a 4th down conversion. All 4 scoring drives. On top of that, you're beat all to hell, man. This defense is banged up. Jackson Moy. Let's talk about Jackson Moy, because I think that's a big part of it. Rodney Garner, going into the season, said he felt confident with his top 3 on the interior. Jackson Moy hurt. Davin Hobbs hurt. You saw Robinson come in and he made some plays. He looked good. Then he gets banged up. This came out on Twitter, and then it got quickly deleted, but we can talk about it. This right here, Jackson Moy, Romans 8:18, the pain you are feeling cannot compare to the joy that is coming. This looks like we're probably going to be without Jackson Moy for quite some time if you're speculating.
Yeah, I mean, if you're speculating, I mean, that's why you don't tweet stuff out like this, at least with a fan base that's going to read into everything, right?
Yeah, you delete it, it's the internet's forever. It's gonna come around.
Could this mean like he's upset they didn't get to play all but 3 snaps and he had to watch his teammates go out there? Is he upset because he's going to be out for a couple of weeks? Is he upset because he's going to be out for the year? I don't know. And that's why all this speculation, right? And I'll be intrigued to see kind of what Jackson Moy's status is. It didn't feel like, I know there's a lot of guys that got banged up. It didn't feel like Saturday into Sunday that anything was like super long-term. But again, some of this stuff takes a little bit of time. We'll have to see. But obviously Tennessee needs Jackson Moy, and that tweet didn't help anything. So I don't know. Again, I don't want to speculate on injuries because I don't know right now. I haven't heard anything one way or the other, but obviously you need Jackson Moy out there, and it's unfortunate because kind of like Keenan Peely in 2023, right? Well, I guess he played an entire game, but Moy was in there for like a series, got hurt and left, and for a group that was already super thin, it got even more thin. And like towards the end of the game, Boogie, and I think I'm referencing the drive where they just went down the field 88 yards, ran the football a ton, scored a touchdown. It was the last touchdown for Syracuse. Tennessee's playing a lot of young guys, and Tennessee doesn't have a problem with playing young guys, but they were all out there at the same time. All of them were out there at the same time. We're talking like, Marion Dye at an end, Jamal Wallace at a tackle, Ethan Utley at a tackle, Caleb Herring was out there, he's a veteran, and then it was like Jaden Harmon at linebacker, Ben Bolton at linebacker. It's like, goodness gracious, like that's fine to play some of these guys, but it's like you need to sprinkle them in, and it got to a point to where Tennessee in the second half was just putting bodies out there because that's all they had, and that's unfortunate. So, I don't like the way Tennessee got pushed around there in the second half running the football. I think a lot of it starts up front, and I think they got pushed around a little bit because they were also tired, and you need your bodies. And another thing too, like Dominic Bailey played 60 snaps in this game. It's way too many. Like I'm fine with Dominic Bailey playing defensive tackle. I don't have an issue with that at all. His snap count needs to be around 30 to 35, like 60 or maybe 40. 60 is way too much. So those guys got to get healthy for sure. It feels like Nathan Robinson's fine. We'll see, obviously, as the week goes on. If there's any inkling that these guys are banged up or whatever, don't play them this week against ETSU.
Yeah, the snap count was interesting for me, too, because we talk about Coach G and how he wants to rotate guys, right? And it wasn't just Bailey. Bailey played 66, like you said. Bryson Easton also played 61 snaps. So it's just I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around it because you got two guys playing that many snaps when Rodney Gardner wants to rotate guys. But then you're also talking about all the young guys that you're throwing out there. And to play devil's advocate, it's like they're running it right down the field. They're running it down your throat. Josh Heupel said it in the locker room after the game. All that matters is we're the better team every Saturday. That's it. It doesn't matter if we win by 1 or 100. 45-26, if I'm sitting here playing my little digitally animated games on Tuesday night, I'm pissed because I don't want to give up 26 points. But it doesn't matter. Getting those young guys experience, getting those young guys run, because the game was never in doubt. I was never worried, never concerned. So if Josh Heupel, if Tim Banks, they're using this as an opportunity to get these young guys some playing time, that's a good thing for Tennessee in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to help them for sure. I mean, Tennessee's going to need Jaden Harmon at some point. Tennessee's going to need, obviously, those defensive Ethan Utley. Like, Ethan Utley needs to play 40 to 45 snaps this week against ETSU. He needs to play a ton. Isaiah Campbell needs to play a ton. He didn't even get any run against Syracuse. Marion Dye is going to be counted on this year. Obviously, you saw Ty Redmond, true freshman, comes in and plays 60 snaps. Like, you think he's going to be counted on? Heck yeah. Caleb Beasley played a lot. It was good to see. It's only going to help these guys moving forward. The quality of a defense or quality of an offense or defense for a team is what it's got depth-wise. And Tennessee plays a lot on defense, and it was good to see those guys get some action here in week one. And you're right. I'm sitting here. I'm a big stats guy, and I'm a big defense guy. And so last year was so much fun for me because people just kept talking crap about Tennessee defense for 3 years. And it's like, what do you got to say now? Last year, it's like, what do you got to say now, right? This group's incredible. And for me, it's like, oh, I gave up 4 touchdowns. Oh, that's awful. But it's like, but you scored. You got a pick, 5 sacks. So, I mean, like, you can pros and cons this thing all day. But, again, to your point, the game was literally never in jeopardy. Tennessee came in, bullied them, did whatever they wanted to for quite some time. And when things got sloppy, I mean, you had a 17-point lead at one point in time or more than that, and you were able to overcome, able to sustain.
You mentioned Ben Bolton, walk-on linebacker, and it felt to me when the linebackers struggled, it was Ben Bolton, it was Edwin Spillman. Edwin Spillman, I can understand, right? Young player, he needs to take his lumps, grow, and get better. Ben Bolton, I'm telling you, you and I were on the same page about just about everything on this game. Post-game, where in the world is Jordan Burns? That's what I'm asking. And watching y'all on the Rocky Top Rewind, and it felt like you were disagreeing with AB, but you're like, yeah, we'll just keep our eye on that moving forward. Because AP said, Ben Bolton played better in fall camp. He won. I think we need Jordan Burns out there in the 2 deep. Ben Bolton, the walk-on linebacker, is concerning to me moving forward. Did you survive against Syracuse? Yes. Are you going to survive Saturday? Yes. Do you want a walk-on linebacker playing against Georgia? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. And I think Ben Bolton's he's a veteran guy. He's been here, done that for a long time. He knows the system. He kind of like Will Brooks-esque in terms of being at the right place at the right time and not just the parallels of them being a walk-ons. Brooks obviously went on to be one of Tennessee's better defenders last year, which was awesome stuff. And is he still in the NFL? Did he get signed by the Bucs? Is that right?
He did at one point. I don't know if he's still with them.
Okay. Anyway, back to linebackers. You need Jordan Burns, man. Jordan Burns, I mean, we kept on hearing about how he had such a great fall camp and how they were going to kind of use him as kind of a gadget in some of these blitz packages and all that. And, it was game one, right? We didn't see it. And I said this on the Rocky Top Rewind. I think sometimes, and again, I'm not a coach, right? And I don't sit in those meetings, but I think sometimes, especially early in the season, Tennessee gets so focused on, okay, well, you're a Mike, you're a Will. When T-Lander goes out, you go in. When Carter goes out, you go in, and so on and so forth. Against Alabama, it's those linebackers need to be interchangeable. So against Alabama, it's, oh, Spillman's in there with T-Lander. Oh, Spillman goes down. Okay, you need to go in and play this position no matter what, or shift the other guy over. Like, those need to be interchangeable. And so I think at points at times that's why you saw a lot of Ben Bolton yesterday and a lot of some of these other guys, whereas like Jordan Burns needs to be interchangeable. So I'll be intrigued to see that moving forward. Again, you got Georgia in 2 weeks. Jordan Burns needs to play tons and tons of snaps against ETSU. Ben Bolton as well. All those guys need to get a whole lot of reps because, I mean, this Saturday, really, you just need to treat it like a glorified practice.
We got 450 people watching live on this Monday edition of we call it Locked On Talkin Vols because we've got Eric Cain from Locked On Vols, also VolQuest.com. We appreciate you guys tuning in on this Labor Day Monday morning. If you haven't done it yet, smash the thumbs up. It's down there below the video. It's easy. It takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and it plays the algorithm game of YouTube. We would appreciate that. If it's your first time, if you just stumbled upon this channel, you're like, who are these idiots? Well, this channel is for the fans, by the fans. We're no different than you. I have no idea. I feel like I was walking through a building and stumbled into a meeting, and somehow I get Eric Cain, I get Brent Hubbs, I get all these guys in the media that come around this channel. I still don't know why, but if you're new here, welcome. Subscribe and click that. Yeah, it's a little under the table. They don't know. They don't need to know all the secrets. Subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We're doing 2 live streams today. We're going to come right back here, 4:15 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to be on Flip Watch for Hezekiah Harris. We're going to talk about that, so come back for that. But I see a lot of new names in the chat today, and I don't see a Power T beside your name, and that kind of makes me sick. Some of the people around here say if you don't have a Power T beside your name, that it means you're a Florida fan. You can fix that. You can hit the join button. It's $1. If you like the videos, the content, the live streams, for $1 a month, you get access to custom Talkin Vols emojis, a Power T beside your name in the chat. By the way, custom Talkin Vols emojis, we got a Cainer emoji. Flood the chat with Cainer emojis right now. Show them what they're missing. We also do a fun show on Sundays, members only fan call in. You guys can be a part of that. Let's switch gears, Cainer. Let's jump over. Let's talk about the offensive side of the ball. I thought it was interesting. Pro Football Focus, they do a little breakdown of Tennessee. I'm watching it. Tennessee's offense, and take Pro Football Focus for what it's worth, graded out at an 85.2. That's the best offensive grade in a game since 2016 against Kentucky. That kind of blew my mind. 247 yards passing, 248 rushing. Great day for this offensive line. Man, oh, man, how good was that offensive line? No sacks allowed. Joey barely got touched. 6.4 yards per carry on the ground. Heck of a day for this offensive line. Thoughts on Joey Aguilar? Thoughts on this Tennessee offense week 1?
Yeah, it was cool, man. Again, I thought the staff, Heupel, Joey Halsley, Seth Luttrell, the entire offensive makeup did a really good job of making sure Joey Aguilar was comfortable, right? Doing things that played to his strengths and just kind of setting him up for success and letting him go ball a little bit, right? I think Tennessee runs off play action all the time, RPO game and all that. But I mean, I thought play action was his best friend all day. Froze linebackers, froze that safety on the 73-yard bomb to Braylon Staley, and credit him for hitting that, right? It's like, finally, Tennessee can connect on something down the field. That was awesome to see. But I love the fact that, man, he uses legs. Tennessee had confidence to call plays, quarterback sweep one time, quarterback draw. His 25-yard scramble on the second drive, helped move the six down to an eventual touchdown towards the end. Again, was he perfect with his accuracy? No, he missed high all game. And that's something they taught when I went back on the rewatch. Lewis Reddick and the guys on the broadcast were talking about that. And that's a coaching point they've been trying to work on big time with him. So, that's just something he'll continue to have to move through. But I thought he was really, really good, man. You can't ask for much more from Joey Aguilar in his debut. A cool, calm collective. And again, I go back that there was no operation issues. There weren't many false starts. There weren't many pre-snap penalties. That's a credit to your quarterback. Running the football, man, I am so intrigued to see what Tennessee's going to do moving forward. Like, Deshaun Bishop deserves to play. Star Thomas deserves to play. Peyton Lewis did nothing on Saturday that says he doesn't deserve to play. I mean, we always say it's a great problem to have. It is, but how do you go about deciding who gives you the best chance to win, man? I'm intrigued, and I was really blown away with the running backs, and I knew it was going to be good coming in. You and I talked about this plenty this offseason. Game 1, I was really impressed. And that offensive line, man, this was a plan B offensive line, meaning David Sanders, right? He didn't play. And so we always ask, what happens if one of the tackles goes down? I think it's a different situation if you go into a game knowing they can't play, or if somebody's helmet pops off or you miss a series. And here we are. You bump Jesse Perry out, who is set to make his first career start. Right guard. Oh, yeah, right tackle. Okay, Perry goes out. You flip Moy, who's such a good football player, from left to right guard. You bring Sham in there. You get the best five, a collection of guys that you like, and you go to work. So Tennessee's plan B, if you will, in the offensive line nearly had 500 yards of total offense. Again, really great starting point. Brent Hubbs is using the jumping point, the launching pad or whatever he was saying last night. He loves his phrases. I thought it was a really, really good starting point, and I can't wait to see how Tennessee continues to evolve as the season goes along.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, and shout out to Foul Me. He kind of brought this up on our tailgate show right before the game. You hear the news, you guys, and I'm laughing. Y'all had to re-record the 2-minute drill because nobody had a clue that David Sanders wasn't going to play. You find out he's in street clothes. Oh, did you really?
One time our mics didn't sound good, so we recorded it. We weren't pleased with how the mic sounded. We recorded it again. Then we're like, mother, because we just look over there and we're like, wait a minute. Then he got hurt in practice on Wednesday? Oh, he was about to play today, but they held him out? Oh, that sucks. But he's in street clothes, so he's not playing, right? Okay, so let's do this again.
Yeah, but you find out he's out, and my instant thought was they're just going to plug in Bennett Warren, right? That's just what they're going to do, and then they're going to go play ball. And Foul Ming, even though he's a psychopath on Sundays, he knows a little ball when he's being a normal human being. And he's like, what if they slid Jesse Perry out there? And then but now you're talking about moving three guys, right? It's not just Jesse Perry going, well, I was going to play right guard, but now I'm going to play right tackle. You're also moving Wendell Moy from one side to the other because Sham Umarov plays left guard. So three guys are now right before kickoff playing a different position. So that just puts even more of a spotlight on this offensive line. Let me catch back up with the chat. See, I asked you guys to become member. I don't know if it's because I asked you guys to become members or because I threatened you with being a Florida fan, but regardless, we appreciate your support. Do Drums becomes a member of the channel. We appreciate that. Samuel Jackson. Is that the real Samuel L. Jackson? Becomes a member of the channel. We appreciate you, my man. Jacob Cheney also hit that join button down below and became a member. We appreciate you guys. Again, it's only $1. And somebody in the chat said, I refuse to pay a penny for YouTube, bro. I don't expect anything. You don't have to. You can come watch every single show we do except for Sunday. And you don't owe me anything, but these memberships keep the lights on. It allows me to do this show every single week. Cainer, he spilled the beans. He's expensive. I have to pay him. I got to supply Foul Ming. It's tough. It's a rough job. So we appreciate your support.
He does not pay me. He couldn't afford me. He can't pay me. All right. He can't pay me.
You should be paying me, bro.
I should be for helping build my YouTube channel. So yeah, we're being
no. You need to stop letting me on Fridays, and you need to let all the other YouTubers on. At least that's what I read in your comment section every Friday. But Sean Cross for 5. We appreciate Sean. He says, "Hi, hello, Sean. It is good to always see Sean in the chat." Lester Sprague also becomes a member of the channel. We appreciate that. Let's go back to the running backs. It's a good problem to have because I kept asking this question last night. You're the coach. You get to choose who's the first running back out of the gates. And I don't think it matters. I think somebody in the chat said it earlier. Go with the hot hand, man. If Star Thomas is the hot hand, go with that. If Bishop's the hot hand, go with that. Like you said, Lewis was statistically the worst performer Saturday. If Lewis is RB1, I think we're fine. Bishop was a dude. How many tackles did he break, man? He looked like Barry Sanders breaking tackles in the backfield. It's a good problem to have. Just go with the hot hand.
Deshaun Bishop on that drive, that touchdown drive right before the half, right? That was oh man, I've lost my paper.
That's the one where he broke the tackle in the backfield and went like 40, 50 yards, made so many guys miss.
Yeah, man. So that was Bishop 1 yard run. Yeah, breaks 47 tackles, or excuse me, 47 yards. After
it felt like
that
47 tackles too.
Phenomenal stuff, and I love the way they used him in the passing game. That screen pass on third down on drive number 1, beautifully designed, beautifully executed. They threw a swing pass to him in the second half. Miles Gibson and lead block. Boogie, what are the strengths of this team? Running back, tight ends. I love the way they use the tight ends in the red zone. I love the way they use the running backs, running the football, obviously, but also involved in the passing game. Again, there are different things that you can do to where you might not be as experienced at wide receiver and you might not be as explosive at quarterback at points in times. I thought he was great the other day. Utilize your strengths, and that's your running backs. And find different ways to utilize them and to get the football in their hands. And Tennessee did that game 1. That's what I like a lot. I mean, seeing Deshaun Bishop is a patient runner. He's really good out of the backfield. I think Star Thomas is good out of the backfield as well. I mean, obviously you saw that scramble drill. By the way, that scramble drill, I mean, that's just making a football play, right? I mean, good protection. He looks. Finally, it breaks down. He's evaded out of the pocket to his left, keeping his eyes downfield. Off-platform throw, beautiful touch, and Star Thomas just goes and makes a play, man. That was so much fun to watch. So, yeah, I mean, running backs, I'm good with any one of those 3 in there. But obviously, if you're humming against Georgia, you keep whoever's in there and just go to work, right?
Everybody's making the comparisons to a certain quarterback that was here last year compared to Joey Aguilar. How much is it that Joey's a veteran? He seemed like it's impressive to me that he just got here, right? He wasn't even here for the spring. So he was learning App State's playbook, or he was in App State's playbook, goes to UCLA for the spring, tries to learn their playbook, hops back in the portal, ends up at Tennessee, been here a handful of months. He goes out there and looks like he's been in this system for several years. You mentioned his eyes. He's a lot of people talk about that quarterback last year whose name shall not be mentioned on this channel, looking to one side of the field, right? Just looking to one side of the field, and that's it. Joey Aguilar is scanning right, left, back right. He's got this internal clock. He's got poise. That dude, the moment was never too big, and I knew it wasn't going to be too big for him. I knew it was not going to be too big for him, and he talked about that. He's like, I got a cool demeanor. Man, he's scanning the field right, left, back, right again. It's like he's just got this internal clock. Boom, let me slide out, and then here comes Star Thomas. The guy covering Star Thomas has his head turned the wrong way, and Joey's like, well, I can just throw this all day. And I think it might have been foul. Let me criticize foul now. He's like, I don't know if you can get away with that throw in the SEC. You can when they're not looking. He knew the deep ender wasn't looking, and it just his poise, his control, his command. In the words of Josh Heupel, I'm impressed with Joey, but I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. He went in the 10 for just a minute. I saw.
I went into panic mode.
I saw stuff on the board like, oh my gosh, Jake Berkeley is warming up, and I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're at the games, but a lot of times you guys on TV can see so much more than we. I'm like, what?
See, that's why that makes sense now. Well, Ben's the one that tweeted that out, and I'm like, well, Ben's not at the game, so somebody must have told him that, then he tweeted it out. But regardless.
Yeah, like I could, and plus, like where we were sitting, we were in the I will say this, shout out Mercedes-Benz. It was such a better vantage point than the Orange Bowl a couple years ago. Like those NFL stadiums, the Titan Stadium in Nashville does it right. You're so close to the field. But anyway, we were kind of in the end zone, but like Tennessee's sideline was on the opposite side. So every time they were on that side of the field, I'm just sitting there watching the Jumbotron. Like it's so far away. But like we missed a lot of those things. And so when I heard that he was in the 10, I'm like, oh no, this isn't going to be good. But obviously he was fine. And again, I thought for his first start, man, that was much better than expected. I didn't expect him to struggle, right? But I didn't expect him just to look that cool, calm, and collective. And again, that's kind of his MO, though. I mean, he's a veteran, but we'll see what that looks like in 2 weeks against Georgia. Obviously, you'll have the home crowd to kind of back him and help him out a little bit. But he just went out there and made some plays, man. That Tennessee offense looked a whole lot of fun. And again, I just continue to praise the offensive staff. I thought the game plan coming in was good. I thought they made him comfortable, and I think Joey Halsey deserves a ton of credit for that.
Hub said right here on this show Friday morning, he said if he's Josh Heupel, he goes and he sits down with Joey Aguilar and says, you got to be 100% honest with me. What are you comfortable with? And I wonder if that went into some of the game plan. But again, I never expected Joey to be rattled coming into this thing, man. He's a grown man. He's been around. He's been through it. So yeah, I was happy with Joey. I wasn't shocked, but still, it's like that doubt. It's like, is he going to be able to do this? And I know it wasn't an SEC opponent, and we're going to learn more. We're going to figure out how good this Syracuse team is as the season moves along. We're going to find out more about Tennessee. I don't think we're going to find out much this weekend against ETSU, but did anything change about your feelings on this team? And shout out to the Grant Ramey special over at ballquest.com. Dropping those ESPN FBIs, but somebody put it on the board first, and so I ran with it, and I was pulling it up last night. Tennessee is now favored in the ESPN FPI in every single game outside of Georgia. Going into the weekend, they were supposed to lose to Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. Georgia went from 40.7 to Tennessee now having 40% chance of winning that game. Alabama, look at this flip. Tennessee had a 31.6% chance of winning that game. ESPN FPI, again, numbers, data, analytics. It's now 52.7. If you told me the day Josh Heupel was hired that in year 5, they're going to be favored to go on the road and beat Alabama. Sign me up for that. And then also Florida went from 48.5 to 51.3. Like, did your mind change? I don't know why ESPN, obviously Alabama loss didn't look good at all. Did anything change with you after this weekend of college football?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to lead you right there, man. The Garrett Ramey special. I saw it this morning. Like I go through there and I'm like, no way, really? I mean, but hey, the computers have always been high on Tennessee. Computers have been greater than the voters, like the humans. And I mean, Tennessee. I'll be intrigued to see where Tennessee is in the AP poll when it comes out later this morning, late morning, early afternoon. For me, nothing really changed. I still think it's going to be a tremendous challenge going on the road, trying to win a place you haven't won since 2003. I'm not going to discredit that. I didn't get to watch the entire Alabama game. I watched some, but we were on our way back, working, all that and more. Ty Simpson sounded like he had a rough game, but it sounded like there was a lot more issues than Ty Simpson, a quarterback. The defense is like unrecognizable to me. And I talked about this preseason a little bit. Like Alabama last year didn't give up a whole lot of points per game, but getting after the quarterback was atrocious. They didn't have hardly any sacks in conference play last year, and the defense just certainly is not that Nick Saban-esque that's there anymore. So I think there's opportunity there, but overall for me, nothing changed a whole lot. Let's see them put together a string of 3 or 4 games, and maybe record-wise can flip for me. But I thought this was going to be a pretty good team to begin with. I thought this is a very manageable schedule, and if anything, I left week 1 more motivated, more confident in the offense. And again, I know it was one game. I get that, but I was pleasantly surprised with the explosiveness from the offense that I saw in week 1. That was great to see. And again, call me crazy, I'm not ready to slam the door shut on Tim Banks' defense. I think that defense is going to be okay. They got to get healthy. They've got to get healthy. I mean, Ricky Gibson didn't play the entire game, it felt like, right? I mean, they've got to get healthy. And again, you have 2 weeks to do that before Georgia.
Well, Cainer, I always enjoy having you on these Monday morning shows. Tell us what you got going on over at Locked On Vols. If you guys aren't subscribed, go subscribe to Locked On Vols. Cainer, he cheats. He says make it your first listen, but he drops it at midnight. But, hey, that means if you're working graveyard, you get off work, you can check out Locked On Vols. If you're getting up early for work, you can check out Locked On Vols. What do you got going on over there, and also at VolQuest.com? You guys still got that $1 special?
Yeah, $1 for your first week, $1 for your first 7 days, and then try us out. Come join us. And no better time than right now. Football season. We got notes on the journalist quarters each and every single day. We talked about this last week, man, but game week content. I mean, we're nerds. Like, I love game week content. It's so much fun. So that over at VolQuest.com. Over at Locked On Vols every single morning when you wake up. Of course, listen to me, watch the show as well. But a lot going on right now. We're going to look at ETSU coming up later today in First Glance, get your first look at the Bucks. Bucks a little interesting, man. Two former Power 4 starting quarterbacks. Crazy. They're both going to play. They both played for ETSU in week 1 when they smacked Murray State, and they ran for Boogie, wait for it. They ran for 390 some odd yards in week 1. It was incredible, whatever it was. So we'll get a look at the Bucks, and we'll talk about all that and more right here on Locked On Vols every single day.
It's crazy that they have those two quarterbacks at ETSU. Guess who's not going to be deep diving ETSU? I'm not, because it's going to be a glorified scrimmage. You can go over to VolQuest.com for that. We're going to talk all Vols right here. Cainer, it's always a good time, man. Hit me up. We'll figure something out as I got all this chaos going on in my house, but we'll get something planned for Friday.
We'll do it, man. Thanks so much. Happy Monday, everybody, and congrats on the 1-0 start.
Appreciate it, brother. All right, we're going to keep this thing rolling on. Always fun having Cainer on a Monday morning. We got some other stuff to talk about. Tennessee is looking to flip a top 100 player later today. Can they do it? An elite 4-star edge rusher. We will go live at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time and take you all the way up to that decision. But also, we got to do some plugs and chills. I appreciate everybody showing up for this morning show. If you haven't smashed the thumbs up, go ahead and do that now. Share out the link, all that good stuff. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. Subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. We don't just do morning shows. We do shows on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Friday morning. We do a tailgate show an hour before kickoff on Saturday, and then a live post-game show immediately following the game. But we also have a little bit of merchandise. If you want to support the channel, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We've got these brand new TN-themed hats and T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, whatever you want. We also, around here, I would imagine you guys, I hate the whole state of Alabama, the entire state of Alabama. So I wanted to, wear a shirt that says that. Let people know that I hate the entire state of Alabama. But whether you want a T-shirt, a hoodie, out there in California, Coach Jay wears those tank tops. We've got this. I like this. This is a clean look right here too. But again, it's bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We sell coffee mugs, rivalry shirts, beat Georgia, beat Florida. We got a little bit more offensive shirts if that's your style. But again, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. This channel doesn't survive without you guys, man. Jacob for 2 says, Dorothy, did y'all watch Nico's game 1 highlights? I did not. I saw his stat line. I know a lot of people were talking about Nico's game 1. Did not look good. Look, man, the only thing I would say is he has way less talent. That's why I hate the storyline of, we transferred not for money, but for talent. We transferred because there's going to be more talent around me. That is just simply not the case. Again, we're on Flip Watch for Hezekiah Harris. I don't want to talk too much about this because we're going to get into it later this afternoon when we go live at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. But again, a 4-star edge rusher ranked in the top 100, 99th overall. Again, live at 4:15. He's already committed to Auburn. He's been committed to Auburn since July of last year. But he says he's going to make a final decision, a commitment after the commitment, if you will. He's going to choose a final decision between Tennessee, Florida, or Auburn. He's been on flip watch for quite some time. I don't think you come out and say, I'm going to make a final decision if you're not on flip watch. Why would you make a final decision to say, I'm still just going to stay with Auburn? I think this looks good for the good guys. I think this looks good for Tennessee. We'll go more into this. Coach Jay will break down some film. Foul Ming, Vol Scoops will be here, and we'll take you all the way up to that decision. Again, going live at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. Here's what we do on Monday mornings. After Cainer drops off the show, we go and we take a listen to what Josh Heupel had to say post-game. I'll pause it, provide commentary. You guys can interact in the chat. You want to derail it? You want something you would rather talk about? You can do like Vols for Life. Drop a $2 super chat. Said this class would be the one. Yeah, I mean, another player ranked inside the top 100 after flipping Tristan Keys. I mean, this class, I'm telling you, boys, it has the potential to be something special. We'll see. We'll see. I think it'll definitely be. I think if you flip Hezekiah Harris, you're definitely going to be top 10. I don't know if you can make it to top 5 unless Rodney Garner works some kind of magic and finds some elite defensive lineman that shoots up the radar late in the process. And never say never. Never say never. But everybody says you got to be top 5. You want to win a national championship, you got to be top 5. I don't know that I agree with that. It's not 1998. It's not 1997. Not 1996. I think it's a balance, man. I think it's a balance of high school recruiting. I think it's a balance of roster retention. I think it's a balance of going into the portal. I don't think people talked enough about adding Wendell Moy, adding Sam Pendleton. Who led this offensive line? Who is everybody talking about after Saturday? Sam Pendleton, Wendell Moy, his athleticism. Let's take a listen to what Josh Heupel had to say immediately following the win over Syracuse. Art Carroll says Hyder flips before December. You think so? Dude, that don't get me all excited. I don't know. I said all along on this channel, everybody was talking about Darius Gray, number 1 ranked interior offensive lineman. Everybody was talking about Tristan Keys, number 1 ranked wide receiver. And everybody was talking about Savion Hyder, the number 1 running back in the country. And the one that I always felt the best about was Tristan Keys. I never felt good about Savion Hyder. I got a little fired up when AP's telling me 51% chance that Tennessee lands him, giving Tennessee the nod, the relationships. And that kid just wanted to be at Michigan. I hope you're right. I hope he does flip. Let's hear from Josh Heupel.
First of all, I just want to thank everybody here at Aflac. Tremendous opportunity for us to come down here and play, and everybody associated with the Peach Bowl. Gary Stoken and his entire staff do a great job all year long too, and appreciate everybody. Great venue. Appreciate our fans coming out the way that they did. And end of the day, it was great to get a win today. Good start. A lot of positives, a lot of things that we're going to have to clean up as well. But proud of the way that our guys came out and competed for the most part. Some of the game 1 issues that can show up, just substitutions, those types of things. I thought in all 3 phases handled that pretty well. So open it up.
Shout out to Rocky Top Tom, man. He just comes in here, hair on fire, and gifted 5 Talkin Vols memberships. 5 Talkin Vols memberships. I think that's like the equivalent of a $25 super chat. Shout out, Tom. That is very generous. Very, very generous. Who did he expose? Brian Lemons got a free membership. Joe Ray got a free membership. Kyle Brandon got a free membership. Balls to the walls. Shout out, Tom, man. We appreciate you, brother. And he follows it up and he says, hate that I missed Eric Cain, but Talkin Vols is always great. Monday morning Talkin Vols is always great. Means it's football season, baby. Yeah, Todd in the chat's talking about getting to sleep in past 8 o'clock. I don't get to do that because, man, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I like setting my alarm, getting up and freaking Talkin Vols on a Monday morning. Brad, I don't know if Brad wants me to put this on the stream or not. Brad is in the Talkin Vols Facebook group. He's selling 2 tickets to the ETSU game. Hit him up if you want to buy them. I think he's trying to sell them to Rocky Top Tom. All right, let's hear more from Josh Heupel.
Questions?
Let me actually ask you guys, because I saw somebody in the chat say, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, Do Drums. Is that how you say it? Is it Do Drums? YouTube and these weird names. Going on my gut, I can see 12-0. I can see 12-0. The ESPN FBI thinks Tennessee wins every game but the Georgia game. Did anything change with you guys after week one? Did anything change with you after the win over Syracuse? Were you at maybe 9-3? Now you're at 10-2. Were you at 8-4? Now you're at 9-3. What's your prediction? Did it shift? Did it change? Or is it just even kill? Hey, it's week one. We got the win. We're moving on, but I'm still right where I was before that game.
Adam Sparks, Knox News. Josh, this was your first opportunity seeing Joey, coaching him in an actual game. What did you think about his composure in the moment to start the game when he took some hits and stayed in the game?
Yeah, he is who he was on the practice field. Just very even keel and composed, and I thought he handled the operation extremely well in the football game. Just very steady, and that's a testament to who he is. That's who he is as a person, and he certainly handled that way today too. So it's a really good start for him. You look at a guy that's come in and 3.5 months, whatever it might be, and to be able to learn, grasp, and play the way he did today. It's a testament to his work.
Were you guys shocked with Joey's performance? I think I got exactly what I expected out of Joey Aguilar. I think he could have been better. I think some of his accuracy issues, I think he can clean that up. I think he can fix it. I think a big thing is he didn't put the ball in harm's way, didn't throw any interceptions, had the fumble at the mesh, and again, he's gone through fall camp. That's it. I think that stuff gets cleaned up the more you go. The thing about that is watching the replay, going back and watching the game a second time, I don't know why he was trying to pull it. I don't know where he was trying to go with the football because it didn't really look like anybody was open there. So I don't know why he was trying to pull it there, but I think that's something simple, something basic you can clean up. Caveman Boy says, I was a little shocked. I tried to tell y'all. Knox Predator Catcher shocked with the tempo and the amount of pass attempts. We are back. Try to tell y'all, man, don't sleep on Joey Aguilar. What he did at App State in 23 was impressive. What he did in 24 was because he had nobody around him. Nothing around him. He had to be Superman. He had to be the hero. Josh Heupel said he was steady Eddie. He just went out there, did what he was supposed to do, made the throws. He doesn't have to win games, man. Doesn't have to win games. Our blue-collar workhorse. Yeah, man, he's the perfect guy, right? He's the perfect guy to come in after everything that went down. He comes in, puts his head down, goes to work. He's a lunch pail guy. He's a blue-collar guy. I knew this fan base would fall in love with him. I didn't know the story about wanting to be a fireman. That just adds to it, makes him even more blue-collar. Just this fan base, they fell in love with him, and I hope they stay in love with him. I hope if he goes out and throws a pick against Georgia, I hope the whole fan base doesn't turn on him, right? Let him go to work.
Josh, as a follow-up on Joey, in the first possession, he converts a 3rd and 10. In the second possession,
I think this comment is spot on. It wasn't go. I hope Knoxville Predator Catcher means it wasn't goalish. It was the quarterback play. This offense Saturday looked different, boys. It looked different. Not just the deep ball, right? Obviously, everybody wants to talk about the accuracy on the deep ball. He put it right on the money. This offense looked different. It looked like it did in 2022. Not as explosive, didn't have as many big plays. It looked different. And I think that's because your quarterback can process this system. He can process what's going on the field. We talked about his eyes, looking down the field. Read 1, read 2, read 3, back, just his eyes scanning the field. Boom, running out of time, get out of the pocket, still looking downfield, make a play. When it's time to tuck it and run, I tuck it and run, pick up 25 yards. I'm going to lower my head and hit somebody because that's who I am. Vol Nation's going to hate me for it and tell me to slide. Not so fast. Not going to happen. I'm always going to put my head down and try to hit somebody because that's who I am. If you go back to when Aguilar transferred in, it got announced. People asking, Boogie, you wear that App State hat all the time. What do we get in Joey Aguilar? Physical. I think I said the word physical every time I described his game. He's gritty. He's tough. He's physical. He ain't going to slide. He's going to put his head down and hit somebody. That's just who he is. Thin Orange Line for 5 says, if you watch the film guys breakdown of the game, that guy loves Heupel and Joey, nothing but good comments. Yeah, I watched that yesterday. And I watched his breakdown of Joey at App State. And he talked about at that time, he did that, what, a month ago? And he talked about at that time why he thought Joey Aguilar would have success in this offense. And that's exactly what happened. That guy nailed it. He nailed it. That guy's good, man. That guy's good. I like his tone. I like his excitement level. He brings it, man. That guy brings it. I enjoy his show. Yeah, but he nailed it before. Right? I mean, he did that show a month ago, and then he comes back, and it's like the same thing. This is why I knew Joey was going to be good. The throw to Braylon Staley. He's the one that broke down that little screen pass where they made it look like Deshaun Bishop was going on a swing pass, comes back inside, nothing but green grass. Nothing but green grass. Yeah, let's start the campaign now.
He converts a 3rd and 10. You've played that position, given the new situation, new surroundings. How big of a deal is that to come through in those
I thought the 3rd down conversions early in the football game were a big part of, how the game, was played out in the second half. And, from him being decisive, decision-making and accurate with the throw, to our guys executing up front and on the perimeter, in first ball game, that was a real positive early in the football game.
Let's go to the back for some questions, starting with Austin. Right back. All the way back.
Josh Austin with VolQuest. You look at, we talked about going into the season, playing some of those younger players. You had Jaden Hartman out there making some plays in the second half. Ty Redmond showed up when Ricky went down. Just can you talk about some of those young freshmen that just kind of got thrown right in the deep end?
Yeah, young guys that didn't have time to be young. Certainly in this one, you're playing a really good opponent. I thought biggest testament to them is, nobody had any hesitation of playing those guys. And, you look at guys on special teams, offense, defense that, got their first action, maybe as a true freshman or first time starting. I thought they handled themselves extremely well throughout the course of the football game and, made adjustments throughout it as well.
Back left with Cain.
I said it with Cain, or I've said it since the game. Giving up 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns leaves a sour taste in your mouth. It kind of I don't like it. I hate it. I hate giving up points, man. I would rather win 17-3 than win 55-42. I hate giving up points. I don't like it. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But all last year, what did we say? Play the young guys. Play the young guys. Play the young guys. AP talking about how he played the young guys. Ty Redmond, 60 snaps on defense. That's a true freshman, boys. And yeah, I get it. He was kind of thrown into the fire because Ricky Gibson went down. Obviously, Jamal McCoy's not back yet. But Ty Redmond graded out as the top player on defense. 60 snaps. 60 snaps. Let me roll back down through here. Who else? Where's some other young guys? Jaden Harmon got 14 snaps. Ethan Utley got 13 snaps. Dwan Morris got out there. The Garbage Man's been a member for 10 months. Shout out to the Garbage Man. We appreciate you, brother. You can become a member. Hit the join button. Hit that join button. Get rid of that bland, plain name in the chat. Look at that. Your names are gray. You can become a member. They're green, and they got a power T beside them, and it's only $1. We appreciate it. People like the Garbage Man are why I get to wake up and have a morning show on Monday mornings. Without you guys, without your support, I'm working for the man, working the 9 to 5, but now I get to do this with you guys every Monday morning. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Labor Day. Are you at work, plugged in with your earbuds in, or are you off today?
There were plenty of explosive plays tonight, but probably none bigger than the 73-yard bomb to Braylon Staley. What gives you the confidence to call a play up like that, and how nice was the execution?
Yeah, protection was good on that one. Braylon did a great job getting on top of the defense. Joey, threw the deep ball well today. There's some things that we can be better at. Him and our skill, and some things on the protection piece too on a couple of them. But it was good to see us hit some down the field shots today, and that's got to be a part of who we are as we move forward. But Braylon played well. I thought all the wideouts handled themselves extremely well today.
We're going to have an opportunity to make plays down the field. Obviously, we're all talking about the Braylon Staley one because you connect on that when it goes for 6. It's a huge play. We've been looking for that deep ball. Been looking for accuracy on that deep ball. Haven't had it. Now we've got it. Great throw, in stride, touchdown, Tennessee. We're all celebrating. That throw to Mike Matthews, it was underthrown. And I said this last night. I'll say it again because it's members only. And if you weren't a part of that show or didn't hear it, and this goes back to the film breakdown guy. The film I can't ever remember the guy's name. The Film Breakdown Network, something. Regardless, He's talking about the deep ball, right? And there was a deep ball to Chris Brazel that got a PI called. There was a deep ball to Mike Matthews. First of all, it should have been offensive pass interference. He pushed off bigger than I don't know what. And then he should have caught the ball. Catch the ball, Mike. Come on, man. We need Mike to make some plays. We're going to need Mike this year. But talking about the deep ball, he said you can do three things. You can overthrow it. You can hit the wide receiver in stride, which is what we did with Braylon Staley, or you can underthrow it. Guess what? One of those three options, one of those three circumstances, your guy has zero opportunity, no chance at making a play, and that's the overthrow. And that's unfortunately what we saw the two previous quarterbacks. Their misses seem to be overthrows. Whereas Joey, he hit Braylon Staley in stride. He had the underthrow to Chris Brazel, which led to a pass interference call. And then you had an underthrow to Mike Matthews, who he should have caught it. He should have gone up and made a play. I think we're going to see more deep balls this year. I'm telling you, boys, I'm not saying that Joey Aguilar is as good as Hendon Hooker, but dang it, I'm telling you, their stories are similar, right? Nobody cared when Hendon Hooker transferred here from Virginia Tech. Nobody thought he was going to be special. I made a video on him just like I do all the transfers. I got Virginia Tech fans all up on it saying, good luck, he sucks. He wasn't good enough to play here. Wow, he almost went to New York for a Heisman Trophy presentation. I think he did pretty dang good. Is it because they're veteran guys? Although Joe was a veteran guy. Joe was a veteran guy. But maybe you got to have it between the ears more than you do that naturally God-given athleticism. And that's what Nico had, right? Like Nico can make all the throws. Nico has that arm talent. Nico has that athleticism. But I don't know that he could process. And it certainly felt like he was reading half the field. Joe Milton, same thing. And we're all scratching our heads going, what happened to our offense? Where's that 2022 offense? It's Alex Golish. He's gone. We suck. Fire Joey Halsley. Josh Heupel's offense sucks. It was all Alex Golish. Was it? Or did we have a quarterback that could process the field? And then we didn't for back-to-back seasons. And now we do in Joey Aguilar. And now that's why the offense looks and feels different. The tempo feels back. It just feels different. Different looks. Let's hear more from Josh Heupel. We got 530 people watching on a Monday morning. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hit that thumbs up. Share out the link. If you're not subscribed, get dialed in. The best channel for the fans, by the fans. We're just like you guys in the chat. We hang out. We talk Tennessee football every single day of the year. Boogie, why don't you cover baseball? Because I don't want to. I want to talk Tennessee football every single day. Boogie, why don't you cover basketball? Because I don't want to. I want to talk Tennessee football every day. That's what I want to do. That's what I love. That's my passion. Doesn't mean I hate basketball. Doesn't mean I hate the basketball program. Doesn't mean I don't love Tony Vitello. But I want to talk Tennessee football every single day of the year. And that's what we do right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network.
Yeah, Josh, is that what you've seen out of Colton Hood since he's been at Tennessee? And obviously looking ahead a little bit, but how nice of a problem is it to have that you'll have to balance Jermod, Ricky, and Colton as you move through the season?
Yeah, strength of one position group can never be one guy. Colton's come in. He's handled himself with great maturity, blended into the fabric of the culture of our football team extremely quickly. He's smart. He's competitive. Cares about the people around him. Great teammate. It was great to see him go out there and, obviously make a huge play in the football game, but play well throughout the course of it.
How in the world do you, and it's just like the running back room. It's just like the running back room. Yeah, me and Cain talked about it. We talked about it last night on the fan call-in show. How in the world do you balance this running back room? Who do you give the reps to? Who do you give that first carry to? And I think the answer is you go with the hot hand. You look at those corners. I said it going into this game. I think we've got the three best corners in the country. When they're healthy, I think Jermod McCoy, Ricky Gibson, and Colton Hood are the three best corners in the country. Ty Redmond had the best Pro Football Focus grade of the day. True freshman. 60 plays, graded out at 75.6. Right behind him, Colton Hood played 86 plays, graded out at 75.4. Right behind him. Oh, and by the way, how about Jalen McMurray in the Star? That's your third highest graded player. Jalen McMurray in the Star, 73.9. Boo Carter works his way back. Jermod McCoy gets healthy. Ricky Gibson gets healthy. How in the world do you balance that? And we talked about it last night. Boo Carter played safety in high school. Do you throw him back there at safety? Coach Jay was talking about his concerns with Andre Turrentine during the game Saturday. Do you throw Boo back there at safety, leave Jalen McMurray in the star, and then you just got freaking 4 really good corners? Again, good problem to have. Great problem to have. Colton Hood's a dog, man. He is a dog. Loved having that kid on the show. We got a playlist over there that's got player interviews that we do during the offseason. We had the opportunity to get Colton Hood on. I had seen the way he played at Colorado. I was high on him coming to Tennessee. He's got that dog in him. I'm like, all right, this dude's going to come in. He's going to have some swag. He's going to have a little chip on his shoulder. How's this interview going to go? I can't remember if it was AP. Somebody at VolQuest called him, said Clark Kent. He's Colton Hood on the field, and he's Clark Kent when you interview him. And that's exactly right. He comes on with his glasses on, looking like a kid you're going to see in the library doing his homework. I'm like, who in the world is this guy? Who is this kid? Because that guy on the field is a different monster. He transforms when he puts that power tee on. He is a different person. He is a different human being than the guy that sat right here and talked to me and Coach Jay. But a great interview. He's a great kid. A great kid. What a fun conversation. And I loved hearing him talk. We played it last night. I put it out on Twitter. Him talking about getting the hate, man. Everybody hated on us. Everybody said we were going to suck. I heard it all. I saw it all. And then he goes out there and competes. Billy Todd's been a member for 24 months. That's 2 years of support. Shout out, Billy, man. We appreciate all our members around here. Said it earlier. We don't get to do this. This show is not on right now. We don't have a show on Monday mornings. We don't have a show on Friday mornings without your support. Again, $1. Power in numbers, man. Power in numbers. Your all support means the world to me. So we appreciate you. All right, let's hear more.
Vince Ferrara, 99.1 The Sports Animal. You mentioned protection on that deep ball. Can you talk about the 5 guys you started with on the offensive line and what you saw from them today?
Yeah, heading into game one, some different things that they had shown defensively throughout the course of last year, anticipating, with what their personnel, being new, what could it be? Those guys had a lot on their plate in preparation for this game, and left to right, I thought they played, really well. There's, some things fundamentally that at times we'll clean up to be a little bit more effective on some of our combinations. But all in all, is a really good day from those guys, and that's in the run game, but also in the protection world.
Balls for Life said, I'm sick and tired of it, Boogie. They won't become members. I'm going to force them to become members. He gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. Shout out to Jordan Treadway. Jordan Treadway, you got a free membership courtesy of Balls for Life. When you guys give Talkin VAWLS memberships, those that get those free memberships, man, come hang out on Sunday. Come see what the Sunday show is all about. See if it's worth $1 a month to get 4 Sunday shows. But shout out Balls for Life. Appreciate it, brother.
Lauren Walsh, WSMV4 in Nashville. What trait would you say characterized this win for your team?
All we're trying to do is be the best football team on the field every Saturday. Good teams continue to get better. This is the beginning of our journey. We've got a long ways to go. Don't ever take them for granted. Celebrate it, enjoy it in the locker room tonight. And, we get back on Monday. It'll be time to get better. And I think, we got really strong leadership. We really do. It's a locker room full of great, I'm going to call them kids. They're not kids, but great guys. And it's fun being around them. And there's a maturity to them as well. I was talking to a couple of guys, when we were walking to the band afterwards, and they were excited about the win. It's important to enjoy them. Something I didn't do probably young in my career enough. Never take them for granted. And at the same time, it's a group that recognizes, man, we got to continue to get better. So they continue to have that trait and come into the building with the mindset that they've had, since we started. This team's got a chance to continue to get better.
Yeah, Josh, kind of following up on the leadership maturity aspect. I mean, so much was made of the adversity you guys faced at the end of spring. How impressed from then until now have you been with the way your guys just haven't flinched?
Yeah, adversity can divide you, or it can ultimately bring you closer together too. And this is a close group. Doesn't matter in a position room, a unit room, or on the other side of the football. They care about each other, and they also expect and demand the right things from each other as well. And if you want to have a special team, your locker room's got to be wired that way. It can't just be coach driven. And, we spent a lot of time in our off season trying to develop that. And these guys have taken great ownership of our football team.
Miles Kitselman, man, listening to him talk about that right there, the maturity level of this football team, the leadership starts with Miles Kitselman. And hearing him talk at SEC Media Days with everything that went down after spring and Nico, the drama with the contract negotiations, then he hits the portal. And, we're all speculating, man, we're scrambling because we're in Knoxville for the spring game, for the tailgate, for the meet and greet, hanging out with you guys. All this stuff starts to happen. Coach Jay's in an airplane flying from California to Tennessee. It's just me and Foul Ming. I'm like, we got to go live. There's all this drama. And we're speculating at the time, man. QB1 is hitting the portal. Right when there was rumors of him hitting the portal, Mike Matthews, there was rumors of him hitting the portal because QB1 was going to bounce. And so when Nico actually jumped in the portal, we're going, what's about to happen? Who's next? Does Mike bounce? Does Boo bounce? Is this whole roster going to leave because your quarterback's gone? And Miles Kitselman walked in that locker room and said, brother, we coming together. This is us. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. I'm here to play for the team. What are you here for? And Miles Kitselman brought that team together. He was the guy, man. He was the guy that we needed. And he talked about leadership, and he talked about how there was none. There was no vocal leadership. Zero. The year before. Zero leadership in 2024. He talked about how he should have stepped up. He should have been that guy. He should have been vocal. But he was like, I just transferred here. I was the new guy. I was getting to know everybody. Said it should have been that guy. Joey Aguilar, look at him. What does he do? Comes in, puts his head down, goes to work. Talks about working with George. Talks about working with Jake. And yes, there's a competition there, but it's a healthy competition. And we're competing against each other, but we're also trying to help each other get better. I think this team is closer this year. I think they're more mature this year. I think they have a bond this year. I think they have a chip on their shoulder. Did we see it on the field Saturday? I don't know. Coach Jay asked that, and I can't say that I saw a chip on this entire team's shoulder, but I think they're close. I think they're together, and I think they realize that some of the people in the national media don't believe in them. I think they realize some people in this fan base don't believe in them. Are you believing now? Are you buying in now? Did you like what you saw? Colton Hood said it. Man, Colton Hood's a defensive back, and he's sitting here meeting with the media after the game saying, y'all have to run that mouth about our wide receivers. They made plays today. You run your mouth about our quarterback, Joey Aguilar. Why? Because he came from App State. He made plays today. They see it. They hear it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody can tweet and say whatever they want. Man, these kids are watching. You leave a comment on a video on this channel, and you think that they don't see it. They see it. They're watching. I don't know who's in the chat right now, but I know big Anthony Aguimura's dad was in the chat earlier. Jaden Lofton's family's in the chat a lot. Brian Staley's in the chat a lot. The players, their families, they're watching. They see how we act. They see what we say. Yeah, it sucks, man. You got there and lose on Saturday. It's hard to come on. The hardest thing we do is come on here Saturday after a loss and talk about it. I love this team, man. I love this university. I love this program. I'm blessed to get to do what I do. I come on here every single day and talk Tennessee football. Instead of just a few seconds ago, why don't you talk about basketball? I don't want to, man. I love Tennessee football. That is what I love. And I've been blessed because of the opportunities, because of you guys. Your support in the chat has given opportunities on this channel to have guys like Colton Hood on the show, to have guys like Braylon Staley on the show, to have guys like David Sanders on the show. I'm proud of these kids, man. Like, be careful what you say, because they're watching. I promise you, they are watching. You can be critical. We can be critical. We could talk about Joey struggling a little bit with accuracy. We could talk about Mike struggling a little bit, having a couple of drops. We need Mike to make plays. We need Mike to make plays. That was a tangent I didn't have on my bingo card for this morning, but I don't know. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth on a Monday morning.
Here at CainVAWLS.com, Star Thomas had a good game. Another transfer that came in and did well. Did you see something, game planning that he could exploit in this matchup, or did he just kind of take advantage of what he was given?
Yeah, we got great trust in really all of our backs that are in that room. There's six guys in that room that are wired the right way, and believe in them. On special teams, but on the offensive side of the ball, the ability to play with the ball in their hands, play out in space, but also in protection too. Star had a great night. Obviously, touchdown reception on scramble drill. Did a great job with some of the subtle details that go into playing the game at a really high level. And, I thought he did a really good job in the run game, pressing and making cuts. Deshaun played well. Peyton did too. And anyways, I really like that group. They come to work every day and I'm excited about them.
I've got another $2 from Balls for Life. Appreciate you, brother. Says we should never say a bad word about kids. GBO, and then he followed that up and said, "Be critical. You can talk about their play. Don't bash them." That's all I'm saying, man. I tell everybody that comes on this channel as a host, be critical. Tell me what you saw. Stick to your opinion. Stick to your guns. Just because I say something different, don't be scared to disagree with me. Give your true opinion of what you saw, but don't bash kids. Especially don't tag kids. Don't tag coaches. Don't go on the attack and just say stupid things. It accomplishes nothing for the program. It's like Danny White text a buddy. There's sometimes you got to talk about things and it sucks. I would much rather be on here talking about the positive than the negative. But you can do it in a way where you're not bashing a kid.
Josh, can you elaborate on kind of David and not being able to go today, and do you expect this to be a long-term thing, short-term thing? Kind of what's his status?
Yeah, just late in practice on Wednesday, kind of got nicked up and, anticipated him being able to play this morning. Our medical staff just felt like probably wasn't the right thing to do. And, we're always going to be mindful of our guys and their health. And, if they get cleared, they're ready to roll, then we'll go play with them. It was hard for David when he got that news. He anticipated being ready to play, and there's a lot of work that he's put into it. Thought he handled it extremely well. He was a great teammate today, and anticipate him being back as we get going next week.
I'm going to hit this real quick. Knoxville Predator Catcher says, when is the possible flip today, Boogie, and who is it? I mentioned this just a little bit earlier, but I'll come back to it just real quick. It's Hezekiah Harris, 4-star edge rusher, top 100 guy, ranked 99th in the country, been committed to Auburn since 2024, but he has been on flip watch for a minute, for a while. Hayes Fawcett actually posted on VolQuest. It was around last week sometime, and said he feels good about where Tennessee is at. All signs indicate we're about to flip him. We're going live at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll take you all the way up to that flip. It'll be me, Coach Jay, Foul Ming, and Vol Scoops is going to be in the house for that one as well. So you guys come right back. No video today. I'm going to take the kid to the zoo. We're going to go see. He wants to show me where monkeys fight each other. That's what he told me because he's a psychopath. So we're going to wrap this stream up here in just a minute. We're going to go to the zoo. Then we're going to come back 4:15 p.m. Eastern time and take you up to that decision from Hezekiah Harris.
Rick Russo, WVLT Knoxville. Coach, how big was that scoop and score in the first half?
Yeah, momentum plays. We talked about third downs, conversions offensively early, defensively. Nate Robinson applying pressure and Colton scooping and scoring. It just changed the way the game was played early in the football game, and start off the second half with a big turnover too. T-Line, great pick. I think J-Mac got a tip on the ball. So there was a lot of great things that showed itself defensively. There's some things that we gave up too. Some things that in our zone principles we can match out better. Third and fourth down conversions, and I think as a football team, one of the things that we need to get better at is just playing for 60 minutes. I felt like we just dipped a little bit in the second half, and there's a fine line in this game. And you got to be on the right side of it, that competitive edge, and you got to be able to sustain it for 60 minutes.
What's crazy, like him talking about the timing, the momentum plays, like the Nathan Robinson sack fumble, and then Colton Hood scoops and scores it. That was so big because it was the very next play after Joey and Star Thomas fumbled at the mesh point, right? And then your defense is like, all right, we'll pick you up. We'll pick you up offense. We'll pick you up and at least to 7 points. And then, mentioning the T-Lander pick to start the second half, that was huge for momentum. But then even right before the half, man, Josh Josephs gets the sack fumbled. If Tennessee falls on that, they've got an opportunity to score again right before the half. And that was right after Bishop had broke all those tackles like Cain was talking about earlier. And getting down the field, getting points right there was huge. I was thinking about the middle eight because I knew Syracuse was getting the ball back. So it was big to get points there. Opportunities. Joe Brown for 2. Do you think we need a better conditioning coach? I don't know, man. I don't know. I know Arian Carter. This is obviously a hot topic because of the injuries. Arian Carter had to get an IV. It's like it's kind of weird to me. And I think I said this post game. It's like you're playing indoors, right? It's not like you're outside. It's the end of August. It's 100 degrees. You're in the blazing sun, so you're getting dehydrated. The game was indoors. So it's kind of weird to me that everybody was dropping like flies. And you also need to see what were the injuries. Was it a bunch of cramping? I don't know. That's a fair question, Joe, because a lot of people are talking about it right now. Thin Orange Line for 10. Appreciate the super chat. Top donation of the stream. Shout out Thin Orange Line. Boo's cousin sat behind me at the game. Super, super, super good guy. Nothing but good words about Boo's teammates, and he was super pumped about Staley's deep catch. It was refreshing to see and hear. I've said this a lot lately. Obviously, Boo's mom is all over social media. She's saying a lot of stupid things. It goes back to the negativity. It's like I'm not going to make a video about what Boo Carter's mom says, right? Because I don't care. I care about Boo Carter. And Boo Carter is going to the children's hospital. Boo Carter is buying uniforms for his former high school team. Boo Carter's earning the trust of his teammates back. I've seen nothing from Boo Carter that makes me want to kick Boo Carter off the team, that makes me want to see Boo Carter fail. I saw people on Twitter, man, go after Boo when he was in the backfield, had the quarterback wrapped up and let him escape. And it's almost like, we get to make fun of one of our own. You missed a tackle. Maybe you should have been at practice. It's like, why are we doing this? I want nothing but the best for Boo Carter. I've said it a million times. When all that drama went down and Josh Heupel said Boo Carter's going to remain with the team, he's got to earn his way back. I said, maybe this is what Boo Carter needs. This is why you don't kick your own to the curb just because they make one mistake. Now, if it's mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and you keep having conversation after conversation after conversation with this person, and they continue to do that same behavior, then maybe you cut ties. But maybe this is what Boo Carter needed to turn a corner. And we'll see what happens with Boo Carter at the end of the year. According to his mom, he's going to go to Colorado, right? She's obsessed with it. She loves to troll people about it. But I want nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. Should I read the trolls comment or not? What I hate about this channel, a lot of complainers that have no idea. Complainers will always find something to complain about. Well, are you complaining about the complainers? Because that makes you a complainer. So why are you complaining about the complainers by complaining to me about the complainers and you hate me because of it? What did I do to you, Nacho? What did I do to hurt your feelings, Nacho? You hate this channel because I'm complaining. What am I complaining about? I'm complaining about the complainer in the chat now. So I'm complaining about the complainer who's complaining about the complainers, and that's why he hates my channel. Dang, man. I'm sorry. I got 516 people watching me complain about a complainer in the chat that's complaining about the complainers. All right, let's see if Josh Heupel complains about the officiating.
Okay.
Hey, Coach. I wanted to know how you felt about Atlanta turning into Rocky Top South.
Ooh, I love this.
With all the sea of orange out there and being in the stadium. That's the first part of my question. The second part is, what do you think about Arian Carter's development today? Because he went ballistic.
I got the greatest fan base in college sports. I was looking out my hotel room last night, a bunch of orange walking around. You saw it this morning. Could feel it when we walked into the hotel yesterday. Our fans show up, they travel, they're passionate, they care 365 days out of the year. And, that's what makes this such a special place. The fan base is as good as it gets. And, it's always been a dream of mine to be a part of something that people care about, and they certainly do in a big way here. AC, infectious leader. You look at him primarily as a running back in high school. His continued growth and development with Coach Inge and our staff. Those backers, the first guys in the building, and it pains me to say that being a quarterback coach, because it's always been the quarterbacks, but they're there early. And then they found a way to bring that entire group with them. It's awesome to see the investment, the leadership that they have. It's a special group, and AC is certainly a leader of that group. And expect him to play with his hair on fire every Saturday. It's what he does every day on the practice field. He's a pro in the way that he approaches it. All right, thank you.
All right, that is a big fat bow on Josh Heupel's post-game conference. I love press conference, if I could speak. I can't speak because I want to complain. I want to complain, man. That's all I want to do is complain. But I guess I'm going to – should I take my son to the zoo or should I go make a video and complain about something? I think I'll make a video and complain about something. Maybe I'll complain about the prices at the zoo. I'll figure something out. You guys take a break. Go have a nice lunch. If you're off, enjoy your Labor Day, and then be right back here in just a few hours, 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to take you up to the possible flip of 4-star edge rusher Hezekiah Harris. So take a break, enjoy your lunch, and then come right back here, and we will see. Will he choose Tennessee? I think so. On the way out the door, if you haven't done it yet, smash that thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Believe it or not, I know it gets annoying, and people are like, can you please stop saying smash the thumbs up? It truly does help the channel. You guys sharing out the links helps the channel. Whether you put it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever the case may be, this channel continues to grow because of you guys. It's a community. It's for the fans, by the fans. I think the more people give this channel an opportunity, they realize it's not a bunch of people on here pretending that they know more than you. That's not what it is. We're just fans. We give our opinions. You guys have opinions. We value your opinions. That's why the fan call-in shows are so fun. But I appreciate you tuning in on this Monday morning. That is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
That we call home and it's night and I'm alone and